So you probably saw the title of this video in the thumbnail and we're like, sister's gonna show her face. Finally gonna get a face reveal. Or why does it say my never face reveal? So I'm gonna answer the question first and foremost that most of y'all are gonna ask is, will I ever show my face? No. Just flat no. And if you want to watch the rest of the video, I will go into great depth as to why I'm not and all of the different reasons why that a lot of people don't consider or don't think about or are not aware of. So first and foremost, why? Why will I never show my face? Well, these are kind of going to be the main reasons why I don't. There's a stigma in streaming and in videos with girls versus guys, which for those of you that are still very confused, yes, I am a girl, born a girl, raised a girl, been a girl my whole life, okay? I understand half my comment section thinks I sound like an 18-year-old boy, but I'm not, sorry. My makeup is incredibly expensive to do, which that'll tie back into the girl versus boy situation. We're going to be talking about what happened recently to a female streamer named Emaru, and if that was to happen to me, how it could have far dire consequences. We're going to talk about some other fan interactions I've had that have heavily dissuaded me from showing my face. The next one will be why I feel like not showing my face is actually important to my content. And finally, the question that I will get asked is, what would have to happen for me to actually show my face? So before we get into that, you're going to see some background footage and I will overlay images and stuff, but the background footage is from a game called Anime Elements. Probably going to be another 2 weeks, but I will have a Noob to Pro out on it. Some of the devs are also some of the devs that work on AC or ARC. It's a lot like Anime Souls, so I will include a link for that down below if you want to go check it out, but let's get into the heart of the video. I mentioned girls versus boys. So for those of y'all that are not aware, many moons ago, I did actually used to show my face as a Twitch streamer. I have since gotten a new Twitch channel. I have since gotten rid of a lot of that stuff. And for some of you who are like, what does it matter if there's a difference between, a girl or a boy streamer? Go on YouTube and find people with face reveals. You will find most of the girls have their hair done, makeup done, clothes are immaculate. And then go take a look at a few male streamers or males that show their face. There's not really makeup. Their hair can look like a hot mess. Some of them may be wearing an iron shirt. A lot of them are wearing hoodies and looking drab. So there is a difference in what I would have to be doing constantly to just record videos. It's not something that, you can just turn on the camera and start going, which a lot of my content, I'm doing 24-hour content. I'm doing Noob to Pro guides. I have a life. Sometimes I'm recording at 6, 7, even 3 in the morning. Sometimes if my insomnia is bad. And other times I'm recording at midnight or 10 o'clock at night. I don't want to have to put on makeup, nice clothes, make sure the lighting's good. I don't want to have to fuss with that 24 hours a day as a female content creator. The other ones who choose to do that, more power to them. Great. I'm lazy. I'm not doing that. 2, my makeup is expensive. I mentioned that and some of y'all are like, huh? Well, in my voice video where I talked about what's wrong with my voice, why it's so much deeper, is I have a food allergy. I'm allergic to tree nuts. Well, that also applies, like I mentioned in the video, to skincare products, to fabric softeners, to anything that can touch me physically. And a lot of my audience is guys. I understand y'all are not aware of this, but there's almond oil in makeup products. I am allergic to almonds, to almond extract, to the almond proteins. I have had reactions, and pretty bad ones, to makeup. Okay? So not only do I have to find makeup that, matches my skin tone, is flattering, would be relatively decent to wear, because there are bad makeup and there's good makeup. I then also have to check what it's made from. So finding hypoallergenic makeup, making sure that it's applied. Sometimes I have to test it because sometimes they don't reveal all of the chemicals in it. I've had that happen. I also generally have sensitive skin on my face. Like if I get oils and stuff on it, I will instantly just break out because I don't wear a lot of makeup because of my allergy. The makeup I do have to buy for a full set, for a full face, for eyeliner, foundation, highlighter, cover up, eyeshadow, all the fun stuff girls have to get. It is well over $500 for a month, basically. And I would rather put that money towards content, towards my family, towards just having fun. I also don't generally like to wear makeup. I'm more of a tomboy. I would rather have my hair pulled back, chilling. I got dark circles under my eyes. I'd have to cover that up all the time. Yeah, I don't wanna. So no, that would be another reason. It's just expensive for me to have makeup. Now, the Emiru situation. For those of you that are not aware, there is a streamer named Emiru. Very big, very popular. She unfortunately was a victim of a lot of things that do happen to female content creators that are seen in public or show their face, where fans get overzealous about stuff. And a gentleman at the last TwitchCon went up and kissed her without consent, which is a big no-no, by the way. Don't ever do that. Don't ever go up to anyone and do that. That's just bad. Here's the deal. Because of my food allergy, that simple act can actually kill me. Part of how sensitive my allergy is, and there's lots of other people with allergies very similar to mine and have the same problem, is we can have what's called the kiss of death, where if someone eats nuts and then we kiss them, that can cause us to have a reaction. And we won't know, because some people, I have unfortunately had this happen to me, where someone maliciously ate nuts, kissed me, and I went to the ER. And I didn't know that they had eaten nuts until they messaged me 45 minutes later when I was trying to figure out why I had hives everywhere and I couldn't breathe. It can be deadly. I'm letting you know there's other dangers. No, I'm not that big. No, I'm not that popular, but reverse Google image search is a thing. People are smart. They have computers. And that kind of brings me to my other fan interaction is I have actually had a fan when I used to show my face in early days of my streaming career and content creating when I wasn't smart about things that showed up at my house. Okay. That person was dealt with. I'm not going to go into details because it had to deal with the police and everything. So I don't mind when people say horrible things to me. I get told all kinds of horrible things. The filter on my comment section is incredible, but there are people that say some horrible things. When someone asking to sniff my gaming chair is probably the tamest thing that I have seen when people are trying to be weird. Like, yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. But it's a security thing. I don't mind people saying bad things to me. But anything that involves my family, I have a severe problem with. They did not sign up for this. They, while supporting me, did not agree to have weirdos interacting with them like that. It's also for them. It's not just for me. And that's something a lot of people don't think about, is it's not just the content creator that's getting involved in all this. It's the family. It's the network behind the person. They are being affected as well. They are being tormented. So I don't do it because of that as well. Now, do I think showing my face is important to my content? That's the final thing we're going to talk about. As far as why. Honestly, would my views probably be better? Probably. I probably could have a 10 to 15% increase. But what I am known for is my voice, for my calm nature, for being silly, for my laugh, for doing guides. That I'm one of the few Roblox content creators that isn't screaming and yelling and doing memes. That generally my videos are very tame. They're something quiet to listen to. They're more for adults. They're not for 7-year-olds, as the joke is. So I am a lot more tailored to a more mature audience. The main thing that people watch my content for is relaxed. I'm not jumping up and down like a monkey. They're not having to be distracted by my face in the corner and doing the 5-second transitions that we're supposed to do constantly. I'm showing what needs to be showed. I'm talking about it. I try to be very inflexive with my voice when I'm trying to convey something, either whether I'm upset by it, I'm happy by it, or whatever happens to be. So for the content I want to create, for the content I want to do, it's not important to show my face. And there's also this stigma that anyone listening to this video, you have a picture in your mind already of what I look like. Some of you may imagine me as a squirrel. Some of you may imagine me as my avatar, which, by the way, my hair used to be that short. I had an awesome pixie cut. My hair is now down to all the way to my shoulders, if not a little bit to my mid-back. But there's the old saying, don't ever meet your hero. Am I saying I'm a 10 out of 10? No, absolutely not. I can humble myself down to a 7 real quick. So I would rather people have their own imagery. Don't be weird. And focus on what I'm doing on screen, what's being said, rather than a person in a corner. I hope that makes sense. I hope that does. Now, my final thing is, what would it take for me to show my face? I'll be very honest. If someone put $1 million in my bank account and it had been there for a month, and I knew it wasn't going to get taken away, I would show my face in a heartbeat. But that also would entail, at the very same time, the moment I showed my face, I would completely leave the internet. Because at that point, $1 million, that I can invest that, I can buy houses, I can be set for the rest of my life and for the rest of my families. There's smart investing you can do with that. There's tons of stuff. I would not need to work anymore. And I know some people in the comment section will be like, well, we've been fans. The fans deserve to know. I'll agree to that somewhat. I will agree that the fans that have been here since I had 100 subs, that still watched my content when my channel died out a year and a half ago, that were there when my house was demolished by a tornado. Those probably, yes. Billy Bob Joe that decided to watch my noob to pro trying to figure out how to get the raid key from a Rise crossover, I'm going to pretentiously say no. No, probably not. But there. That is me answering my never face reveal. And I do want to thank everyone who watched the video. Kindly let me know your thoughts and opinions about this down below. If I brought up something you hadn't thought about. If you have other questions, I will make sure to answer as many questions as I can on this video. I know sometimes I'm bad about commenting, but I will, on this one, make sure. So again, if you want to check out Anime Elementals, it is down below. I will be doing a video on it probably in about 2 weeks, where it'll be a longer form content. So I'm actually kind of excited. Different style anime and AFK game. So I will see y'all next time.